All right, 2023 is behind us, moving forward into 2024. What do you need to do to set yourself up to have an amazing 2024? Hey, if you're looking back on 2023, for most real estate agents in the marketplace, it was a difficult year. We had very low inventory for much of the year. Demand was also low, pending transactions way down. Everything's pointing to a much better 2024. It's probably still going to be a difficult year, but most people are predicting rates coming down, more inventory hitting the market, pending sales coming up. This should be a very solid year to help bounce back. Not to say that's going to be an amazing year like 2020 or 2021, where rates were super low, but it's definitely going to be better. But you need to still work very, very hard in 2024, building an amazing brand so that you can gobble up this market share as this market starts to shift. So today I'm going to go over the top 5 marketing channels you need to be in to build your brand. All the work you're doing right now in building your brand is going to work for multiple years going forward. You need to start doing it now. Really, you need to start doing it 2 or 3 years ago, but if you haven't already, this is the time to really start capitalizing as the market really starts picking up. And as we see pending sales start to increase throughout marketplaces, we're going to notice the people with the best brand are getting the biggest piece of the pie. As things start to shift, that's when you can really blow up your business. If you look historically, all the people that have really mega successful teams or businesses, they typically came out of a down market, out of a tough time. We see these tough markets like in 2008, or even last year where pending sales are way down, and you tend to see agent counts come down with them. A lot of agents just can't live off only doing 1 or 2 deals a year, so they tend to get out of the business. As more agents get out of the business, the agents that survive tend to thrive. But you've got to have a great marketing plan to capture that market share. So we're going to go over, like I said, top 5 marketing channels you really got to hunker down on. Make sure you're hitting hard on 2024 to put yourself into a great position to gobble up some of that market share as we go forward. Now, number 1, it's been number 1 for the last couple of years, but it's video. You have to be on video. If you are an agent who's just not comfortable on video, it's time to get over that. Video has been increasingly important. It's just such a great way to connect with your clients, both past, future, and present clients, to establish yourself in your market. People need to see your face and see how you talk, your mannerisms, how you talk about the areas that you're in, your knowledge base. And you have to be on video to do that. It's the quickest way to get there. Now, most people are afraid of video for a couple different reasons. One, they're afraid of sounding stupid or just not being comfortable on camera. And you've got to get over that in this day and age. Even if your videos aren't great, just keep putting them out there. You're going to get better as you do them. And that's on you. Every time you make a video, try to make it 1% better. Try something new every single time you're putting out video content. And really pay attention to your content and what is working and what isn't working. If you're posting on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you can always track your views and you can track how long people are watching your videos. Pay attention to the ones that are getting the most views, getting the most likes, the most comments, and try to replicate those videos as you're doing more and more content. And hopefully you'll start to see a pattern within your own videos of what your clients want and what they don't want, and try to do more of what they want so you can build a better brand and increase your reach by producing content people are liking, watching, and sharing. Now, again, just try not to overthink this, right? If you aren't doing video, if you're nowhere right now, just get on one platform to start, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, wherever you already have a decent following, start there, making content. Start with short stuff. And you can start building your way up into bigger, more robust content as you get more comfortable and you kind of get in your own groove. Instagram really still likes the short content stuff. You want to do shorts of 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Get after it, make content that you really like, and you'll kind of, again, develop your own voice as you start doing this. If you're struggling to find places where to start, the easiest way is just figure what's working out there right now and replicate it. Go on to Instagram, go to the search tab, click in real estate or real estate market updates or Twin Cities market, your market, wherever you are, put that in the search, look at reels, See what's already really, really popular. If you see something that has over 1 million views, take that video, duplicate it, make it your own, make it, use that content and make a video very similar to it in your own style, right? If somebody can get 1 million views on something, that's obviously a topic people want to hear about. So take that topic and make it to you, put it in your community or your city that you're working in, or just put your spin on it and make sure that you're just putting out content that people want to hear. That's the quickest way to find content that people want to hear, is find the content that's already doing well and duplicate it. Now, as you get more confident on one platform, start to go onto another platform. If you're on Instagram, then start doing Facebook, or go into TikTok, or go into YouTube. YouTube is still one of the biggest search engines on the planet. I believe it's still number 2 behind Google. So there's a lot of people going onto YouTube looking for content, and YouTube is more geared towards longer form content. So if you're kind of a novice to this, kind of work your way up to it as you start making longer form content, 20 plus minutes on it. Or, you know what, again, if you're not confident in this, go on YouTube, start researching how to make some YouTube videos, editing, what software to use, all that jazz. There's a lot of tutorials out there, free tutorials out there, that you can learn to do this stuff and just get consistent with it. That probably the biggest key with any type of video content is you got to be consistent. You can't just do one post every 3 months. It's got to be once a day or once a week, whatever your cadence is to produce good content. Check it out. And if you're not great at editing, that's okay. You don't need to be a master editor. Find a VA, find a service to help edit that content for you. Free up your time. And just remember, the biggest thing is getting content out that people want to hear on a consistent basis. All right, number 2, in my opinion, is an old one, but it's tried and true. Mail. You've got to get involved in mail, especially if you are working on a geographical farm or trying to generate business through listings. Getting out good mail content is a huge opportunity in 2024. I feel like a lot of people have moved away from mail because they weren't seeing the ROI. The biggest problem people were doing with mails is it's just not good mail, right? It's not interesting. People don't want to look at it. People don't want a free valuation on their home. That's what most people are sending out, or just sold postcard. Again, these are boring and they're overdone. But handwritten letters in an envelope, hand addressed to people are going to open that and they're going to see what your content is. It's onto you to make sure you're providing great content. I just did a video all about mailers just a little while ago, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. But the big ones I'm going to tell you that you should be doing is would you sell your listing to a buyer if I have it? And again, make sure you have a buyer in the wings so you're not lying to people. A more detailed, just sold listing. And again, this is a flyer in an envelope, not a postcard. Detail what you did, what's secret sauce about how you got their neighbor's house sold so quickly. Give it to them, intrigue them to reach back out to you so you can do the same for them. Or the ZMA strategy. Go on Zillow, screenshot what their property value is, what their Zestimate is, write them a note regarding it, just saying, hey, this is what Zillow thinks your home worth. I have my thoughts. What do you think? Stuff these in envelopes, hand address them, put them out, do it consistently, especially if you have a geographic farm of a couple hundred homes. It doesn't take that much time. If you do 5 or 10 envelopes a day, you'll be very surprised at how much you can get out on a weekly basis if you're doing this consistently and you're taking the time to do it. We all have time when we're watching Netflix or HBO or Hulu or whatever it is. It doesn't take that much more effort to have that on the background, have a stack of envelopes with there, start addressing stuff as you're watching TV or football or hockey or whatever it is that you're doing. Be consistent with this. You will get the mailers out. I'm telling you, if you provide good content to people in mail, you will get responses to it, and they will open and they will consume whatever you're sending to them, especially, again, if it's a handwritten envelope being sent to them. All right, number 3, and this is a huge focus for me and my team this year because we've seen such an amazing ROI from it, because it's really a free strategy at the end of the day, and it's getting good Google and Zillow reviews. Make sure you're reaching out to your past clients, get those 5-star reviews, get them on Google, get them on Zillow. Those are the 2 big ones, and you will be surprised and how many people are looking at those reviews and how many people are going to reach out to you based off of your reviews. Now, some of you might be saying, they're going, hey, look, I already got 100 reviews. That's great. When was your last one, though? Was it a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 years ago? You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck, and Google and Zillow are going to help promote you if you're getting recent new 5-star reviews. This is a big emphasis for Google as they're going forward here. If you've been watching Google, they're kind of trying to figure out what they're trying to do with their local service ads and their maps ads and all this stuff. But one thing that is tried and true are the Google reviews. If people are Googling for realtors in the area, they're definitely going to be pushing up people that have recent 5-star reviews. And this is going to happen organically by getting a lot of reviews from your past client. Zillow is going to be doing the exact same thing. You'll be surprised at how many people don't want to click that button on Zillow because they know that they're going to start getting hammered from Zillow the second they do that. Have a realtor start reaching out to them, bugging them the second they click that button, even though they just want some information or they're a couple months out from buying and they're not that serious yet. A lot of people, what they're going to do instead, go through, look at agents in the area, see who has a lot of recent sales, see who has a lot of recent 5-star reviews, follow up with those people based off their reviews. And again, the best thing about this is it's 100% free. It just takes a little bit of time to make sure you're asking your past clients for a favor. If they can just talk about their experiences with you, leave you a 5-star review on there. So it's something you should be doing after every closing. If you don't feel comfortable doing it at the closing table, within a week or so, as it's fresh in their mind, make sure you're asking for those reviews. Make sure you're providing amazing value to get those reviews, and then make sure you're documenting those, getting them on Google, getting them on Zillow. And you know what? Those are really easy social media posts too. Take that review, put it in Canva, throw the 5 stars, say what they did on there, put it on your Instagram and your Facebook. Easy post to do, shows people you're selling stuff, shows people you're doing great work, not only to your sphere who's in your social media, but again, getting them on Google and Zillow, you're going to put it out to all the people that are looking for homes on those massive search platforms. All right, number 4, this is a huge one that me and my team have been doing for years upon years, and it's door drops. They work great for your past clients, just reminds them that you're thinking about them, gives you another touch to your past clients, a reason to reach out to them. And you know what? Everybody has a Ring camera nowadays, a video doorbell of some sort. They can see it's actually you swinging by and dropping stuff off. I tend to do a little dance or do a funny wave on the door camera too, just to remember me and what they're doing. Now, these don't need to be anything crazy. In fact, the simpler, the better. Something you can have in your car with you at all times, typically branded. So a couple of ones that I did. So 4th of July, a lot of my past clients got this. It's a branded koozie, just some sparklers and a couple of blow pops. Really simple there. Additionally, in my car, I usually have a couple of these hanging around. Just a really simple basket, a branded glass, a branded candle, and just a little note. Hey, was in your neighborhood, showing houses. Hopefully I can find you a new neighbor soon. Was thinking about you. Hope everything's going great in your house. Let's catch up sometime, Steve. And they're already branded, filled out on the inside too. So it doesn't need to be something that you're reinventing a lot. So yeah, have a couple of these in the trunk of your car as you're driving through a neighborhood. Hopefully you remember where your past clients are living. Feel free to drop them off as you're already doing showings in that area. Or if you just have a slow day, do a couple drop-bys, drop some stuff off at your past clients. Again, always love on your past clients. These people who already know, trust you. They're very likely to refer you. You just got to stay stable. You just have to stay top of mind with them, which can be hard to do in this world where everybody's getting bombarded with texts and notifications and stuff like that. They're not getting bombarded with drop-by gifts that, from their past client, their favorite realtor. So easy to do. Get a bunch of them. There's a lot of websites. I use Promo Direct for a lot of my stuff. Not affiliated with them at all whatsoever, but they always have promotional products that you can get at a reasonable price. Get a bunch of stuff, make it branded. It's advertising costs at that point in time. A little bit of a tax write-off there too. Drop stuff off to your past clients. They'll love it. Great reason to reach out to them. All right, number 5, last one. I know I'm going to get some flack for this one because some people think email is dead, but I'm telling you, email is not dead. your bad drip campaigns are what are dead. Okay. So people aren't engaging with your emails. That's because the content sucks, and that's why they're not opening it. So make content that doesn't suck. Make engaging newsletters, make updates about your local neighborhood, whatever it happens to be. Make it so good that they want to open it up. And of course, that starts with a good subject line. And if you're struggling to find good subject lines, you're just not creative like that, use AI. Go into ChatGPT, type in there, hey, I'm sending an email about this. Give me a catchy subject line and my clients will for sure want to open this email for. Click, see what they say. Use AI to your advantage. Push out great content on a regular basis. Every week, I have a weekly newsletter that goes out that has over a 25% open rate. It's nothing crazy. It's just about what's happening in the market. Both prospects and people who already own homes are always curious what's happening in the real estate market. Their future home or the home they own now is most likely going to be one of the biggest assets they currently have and may ever have. So they always want to know what's happening around them, but you need to make it specific to them. You got to be able to talk to your clients about this. Again, if you're struggling with this, YouTube real estate newsletters or Google real estate newsletters. There are a lot of different templates out there for you. I personally use Constant Contact, researched a bunch of different templates, took what I like from each, put it into mine, and update it every week. And in fact, I've actually outsourced this now to a virtual assistant that I don't even run this anymore. I gave her the template of what I do, where I get my information from, what I want it to look like, and it's on autopilot for me every single week that comes out. Again, it's over a 25% open rate of an email list of over 6,000 emails. So that's a lot of people every week that are engaging with my emails. They're just looking, remembering that I'm a realtor, looking at the information on there. And hopefully, again, I'm staying top of mind with those people because they see my newsletters and they like the content that's being driven to them. All right, so there you go. Those are my top 5 marketing channels you need to be in 2024. And again, if you're not in any of these, start with one, build it out simply, start expanding on it as you go, and always try to do it 1% better every single time you produce content, whatever it is, email, door drops, videos, always try to make them 1% better every single time. Stick with them. I guarantee you will start to see business coming from this. If you stick with it long enough and produce content that people want to see.